The Chicago Bears. Listen, they have arguably the most polarizing quarterback of the last 10 years, okay? That's what I will say. Their quarterback, some people think he sucks, some people think he's good, some people think he already won the Super Bowl. Yeah, he's Caleb Williams, okay? But today we're adding sweetness. We're adding the one and only, the one of one, eBay one of one, sweetness to the 2024 Chicago Bears. This offseason, they added Keenan Allen, they added DJ Moore, they added, DJ Moore was already on the squad. They added Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze this offseason. I believe they also added DeAndre Swift this offseason. And obviously now they have sweetness. So we're going to see how much he helps them out and if he's able to take this team to a Super Bowl. Running backs usually can't do too much to help out a team. Like when it comes to if a team sucks, even the best running back of all time isn't going to take that team and make that team become the best team possible. Now, we did a video a couple days ago, where we actually added Mike Ditka to this squad. And Mike Ditka didn't really do much of anything for the Chicago Bears. Tight ends can only do so much as well. I feel like they do less than running backs. A premier running back is going to do a crap ton more than a premier tight end. And so far, the Bears are sitting at that beautiful 3-3 record going into their bye week. Losing to teams like the Titans, the Rams, and the Jaguars. Okay. I mean, they beat the Texans. That's a positive note. 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 1,300 yards so far. Walter Payton has 795 yards and 10 touchdowns so far. Sweetness also has 132 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. So far, again, like I said, Sweetness already contributing more than Mike Ditka did. Mike Ditka, I believe, had, 465 yards and 8 touchdowns. So 12 touchdowns already for Sweetness, which, again, like I said, running backs, they can only contribute so much, but they can automatically contribute more than a tight end, clearly. All right, now they got to play the Patriots. Let's see how that goes. They beat the Patriots. Okay, now they play the 5-4 Green Bay Packers. They beat the 5-4 Green Bay Packers. Now they play the Minnesota Vikings. They beat the Vikings. Okay. Now they play the next team here, which is the Lions. They win again. They're currently 9-3. They play the 9-3 49ers. They beat the 9-3 49ers. Okay. Apparently, this team is just going on a winning streak, and then they lose to the Vikings. They were on such a good winning streak, and then they just lost to the Vikings. Random loss to the Vikings, bro. It happens. So, going into the playoffs, they do play the Green Bay Packers. They beat the Packers. They go 12-5, finish third in the NFC, and honestly, a lot better than the Mike Ditka video. Mike Ditka video, they went, 6-11? So, it looks like Sweetness did a lot better than Ditka did. Caleb Williams, 39 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 3,600 yards. Sweetness had 2,000 yards on the ground and 23 touchdowns. I'll tell you right now, that definitely helps out any team, no matter who you are, when you have that much extra touchdowns and yardage from your running back. 314 yards through the air and 5 receiving touchdowns for Sweetness. So totaling, he had 28 touchdowns and 2,300 yards. So 2,300 yards and 28 touchdowns for Walter Payton. And that definitely helps your offense out immensely, okay? That would be why they're also ranked number 2 in the NFL and then 13th in the league. Defensively, 13th ranking. Jalen Hurts, 4,700 yards. Sweetness had the most rushing yards of any running back in this season, and he had the most rushing touchdowns. So, yeah, he did a thing or two. He also shows up on the MVP race and is the only running back to show up on the MVP race right there. So, shout out to Sweetness for that said reason, but the wild card playoffs is what we care about, and they lose in the wild card to the Detroit Lions. Talk about a one and done type scenario. Ugh. That's just painful. That's just painful to do all that, just go one and done. But again, like I said, running backs can only do so much, and when really outside of having a record-breaking season, when you get to the playoffs, you got to focus more on the actual quarterback. Quarterback matters a little bit more when you get to the playoffs than it does in the regular season, I feel like. A good running back can take you very far, but once you get to the playoffs, you play the best of the best teams, and your quarterback's not going to help. Anyway, though, Ravens beat the Saints in the Super Bowl 28-22, and Walter Payton wins Offensive Player of the Year. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. Make sure to like and subscribe button if you are indeed new. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.